A 15-year-old girl vanished from her best friend's house, and everyone believed she'd simply run away. But behind the walls, cameras were rolling, and her best friend's mother was watching everything unfold. Years later, one hidden photo shattered the silence and reignited a case no one dared reopen. But just listen to how this chilling mystery unraveled, and why, in the end, justice finally caught up. Sarah Meeks never made it to the kitchen. That was the detail no one realized, because no one looked past the fridge. The hallway light had been left on. Jenna swore she remembered that. Said Sarah giggled, whispered, "Back in 5, and patted down the stairs barefoot. It was the kind of thing they'd done 100 times before. But this time, something went wrong. Her phone sat untouched on the nightstand, still charging. Her shoes were neatly aligned by the door, jacket on the hook, the kind of things you leave behind when you think you're coming right back. You sure she didn't sneak out? She was scared of the dark. She couldn't even pee without the hallway light on. Detectives swarmed the house by noon. They flipped couch cushions, dusted for prints, measured shoe sizes against scuff marks. But nothing made sense. There were no footprints outside, no scratch marks, no screams. The neighbors heard nothing. The dog didn't bark. What about Jenna's brother? He was home from college. Was he questioned? Briefly. Said he'd gone out that night. No one confirmed it. Detective Paris leaned over the kitchen counter. Something itched at him. The cereal box sat upright, milk still in the fridge. A bowl was missing from the cabinet, but never found. Sarah's mom collapsed when they showed her the sandal, pink with a frog charm clipped to the strap. She'd bought it for Sarah's birthday. Her dad tried to yank it out of the officer's hand. "Where did you find this?" "Inside the wall, sir, behind the drywall." And then came the handprint, dried. Not blood, maybe paint. But it looked like someone had slapped the beam in panic, leaving fingers frozen in time. Trent Kasner took photos, sent them to the sheriff's office. Forensics arrived within the hour. Why the wall? Why seal her things away? Who does that unless they're hiding something? In the corner of the guest room, beneath the peeling wallpaper, they found a jagged patch of mismatched paint. Trent hadn't noticed it before. When they peeled it back, they found the word "sorry" scratched into the plaster. 5 letters, all uppercase, carved deep. Trent backed away, hands trembling. "I didn't do this. I just bought the place. I didn't even know a girl went missing here." The deputy nodded, grim. "You're not in trouble. But this house is." News vans lined the street within hours. Neighbors whispered behind curtains. A reporter asked Jenna's old chemistry teacher if she remembered Sarah. The woman burst into tears on live TV. Inside the Holloway house, detectives dusted every wall, every socket, every vent. Then they found the first page. Folded into the duct tape around the phone was a scrap of notebook paper. Sarah's name on top. Below it, one line. "Someone keeps knocking when I'm in the bathroom. But no one's ever there." It wasn't a diary. It was documentation. Entry after entry. Paranoia building. A pattern forming. The doorknob rattled again. Jenna said it's the pipes, but I don't believe her. I hear footsteps upstairs. Jenna says her brother's not home. Then silence. The final entry smudged and faded. "If I go missing, please ask about the attic." But the attic was clean, dusty, undisturbed, until Trent looked up and saw a single nail hanging halfway loose in the ceiling beam. And behind it, etched faintly in pencil, 3 numbers. 218. Nobody knew what they meant, until they realized 218 was the code on the alarm system, one that hadn't been used since 2004. And back then, 218 was registered to one person, Nate Holloway. So why had Sarah written it? And why was it carved in a beam where no 15-year-old girl could reach? Detective Kerr stared at the photo. Sarah, lying on her side, blanket half pulled, eyes closed. Peaceful. Too peaceful. The room around her was unfamiliar. The angle was low, almost floor level, like the photographer had been hiding. She turned to the forensics tech. "Where was this found?" Beneath the mattress, inside a cracked VHS case. Any fingerprints? One partial, female, too smudged to match. Kerr studied the camcorder. Late 90s Sony, dust-covered, buttons rusted. But the tape inside was intact. She had it rushed to the lab. Jenna's voice echoed in her head. My mom always said don't talk about Sarah. Because of Nate. Kerr pulled the police archive files again. Nate Holloway's original statement was 2 paragraphs long. No alibi confirmed, but no direct suspicion either. He wasn't on the suspect list. Just ignored. She called Jenna back. Was Nate violent? No, but quiet. Way too quiet. Did Sarah like him? She avoided him. I thought she was just shy. Why would your mom protect him? Silence. Then, my mom once said, Nate's had enough ruined for one lifetime. Kerr felt a chill rise. The lab called 2 hours later. We pulled 28 minutes from the tape. It's dark, some static, no timestamp. Play it. The first minute was blackness, muffled breathing, movement, then faint voices. A girl, laughing. Sarah. Jenna, stop, you're such a freak. Laughter again. Then the camera moved, tilted. A sliver of hallway, shadows shifting. A door creaked. The camera advanced, step by step, toward a room, toward Sarah. She was sitting on the bed, writing, totally unaware. The camera lingered. What happens next? That's it. Cuts to black. Then 2 more clips. Second clip. Sarah, asleep. Still. Camera inches from her face, breathing steady, fingers twitching. Third clip. Dark. No audio, just shaking. Like the person holding it was running. Then a sudden stop. Whimpering. Sarah's voice. Please don't. I didn't tell anyone, I swear. Kerr slammed her hand on the desk. This wasn't someone filming from outside. This was inside the house. The lab tech nodded. The mic picks up a furnace kick at minute 6. That house had internal heating. You wouldn't hear that from a window. She called Trent. Do you remember a vent near the guest room? Yeah. In the floor, near the baseboard. Weird spot. Could a person fit under there? Small one. Maybe a teenager. Why? Because that's where he watched her from. Kerr drove back to the house that night, alone, flashlight in hand. She crouched by the baseboard and found the vent, rusted but loose. Behind it, darkness. She reached in. Her fingers touched something cold. Round. She pulled. A key, stamped on it. Unit 3, Averson Storage. She called it in, cross-referenced. The unit was rented by Ellen Holloway, Jenna's mother. Open since 2004, paid in full, auto debit. The next morning, Kerr pried open the metal door to Unit 3. Cold air hit her face. The lights buzzed. Inside were 4 cardboard boxes, 1 mattress, a filing cabinet. Box 1, baby photos, Jenna, Nate. Box 2, VHS tapes, labeled by year. Box 3, journals, Sarah's. Box 4, police reports, photocopies. The cabinet was locked. Kerr used the same key. Inside, a manila folder. Nate's name, psychiatric notes, disciplinary files. 3 letters from Sarah, never sent. 1 envelope with no stamp. Just 5 words written in red ink. We can't bury her twice. Kerr's hands trembled. She turned to leave. Then her phone rang. It was the lab. We enhanced the final frame. The camcorder? Yes. We found a reflection. Of who? Pause. A woman, watching, from the closet door. Kerr's breath stopped. Do you know who it is? Not yet, but she's smiling. Nate's wrists were raw from the cuffs, blood on his cheek from the fall, but his eyes burned with panic, not guilt. I didn't kill her. Then who did? I don't know. I swear to God, I don't know. Detective Kerr didn't blink. You left her in a wall. No, I left her in the woods. Say that again. He sagged, shoulders shaking. She got out. She bit me, elbowed my throat. I fell. And then? She ran, toward the trees. She didn't look back. Kerr leaned closer. What stopped you from chasing her? My mom. He looked up. She was in the yard. just standing there, watching. She didn't call out. She didn't help. Kerr felt the chill crawl up her spine. What did she do? She walked over, pulled me up, said, "You have to make this disappear." "You're saying your mother told you to hide it?" "No. She told me to forget it. But she took something from me." His voice cracked. "My tape. The first one. Where I told Sarah what would happen if she talked." Kerr's heart pounded. "And then what?" "She sealed the room. With the drywall. She painted over it like it was nothing." Kerr stood, called the station. "We need to bring Ellen Holloway in. Now." Back in Idaho, Ellen opened the door in full makeup. Calm. Cold. "I already told the other officer. We don't have anything more to say. Your son says otherwise." "My son's not well. Hasn't been for a long time." "And you've been helping him hide it?" Ellen narrowed her eyes. "You're not here to find justice. You're here to blame. I'm here to find out what happened to a 15-year-old girl." "Then ask her." Kerr paused. "What did you just say?" Ellen smiled, slow and deliberate. "Ask her. She didn't die in that wall. She ran. That part he got right." Kerr stepped forward. "What do you know?" "Enough." "Where is she?" Ellen's voice turned ice. "You think truth brings peace?" "No. It destroys everything left behind." The room darkened. The tension cracked. Kerr slammed her badge down. "You helped your son abduct a child. You erased her. You staged a home like a tomb." Ellen didn't flinch. "I saved what I could. She was arrested on the spot." That night, Kerr reviewed Nate's arrest log. In his belongings, a torn map of the forest behind the Holloway house. 2 words written in pen at the corner. "Last saw." She traced the path, measured the distance, cross-referenced search grid data from 2003. A quarter-mile off the original search line, there was an unmarked hunting shack, abandoned, rotting. The next morning, Kerr led the team in. Inside, dust, rotted planks, broken furniture, and on the far wall, scratches. HELP. Below it, a chain, bolted, broken. Then they found it, a small rusted tin under the floorboards. Inside, Polaroids. Sarah, holding a newspaper. 2003, 2004, 2005. Eyes swollen, smile forced. Background always the same. Wooden walls, plaid blanket. Then nothing. The last photo had no date. Just Sarah, staring straight at the camera, holding a slip of paper. 4 words, written in black marker. "I'm not the only one." The photo wasn't grainy. It was sharp. Too sharp. The kind of resolution you don't get from a disposable. Kerr stared at it for hours. Sarah in the kitchen, tear-streaked, pale, framed by that same half-curtained window above the sink. Behind her, clear as glass, stood a woman, her outline reflected in the window pane. A pale arm, a blouse with embroidered sleeves, and something clenched in her hand. A remote. Who sent this? Why now? And why that moment? Trent said it arrived with no postage, just dropped in his mailbox. Kerr traced the paper stock, common office type. The ink, standard home printer. Nothing special, nothing traceable. But the angle. The photo was taken from the woods, meaning whoever took it was outside, watching. She brought it to Nate. "Is that your mother?" He barely glanced. "I told you, she saw everything." "But she said Sarah ran." "Maybe she did. Then how was this photo taken?" He didn't answer. Kerr went back to the storage unit, reopened the boxes, rechecked the VHS labels. 2002, vacay. 2003, Jenna piano. But one was different. No label, just a smiley face drawn in red. She played it, static, then laughter. A girl's voice, Sarah's. But this time, it wasn't from the floor. She was upright, laughing with someone. A woman. "That one's my favorite. You can keep it." The voice chilled her. It wasn't maternal. It was rehearsed, smooth, controlled. Then came a line that stopped Kerr cold. "They'll think you ran away. No one ever looks behind." She froze the frame. The kitchen again. Same curtain. Same fridge magnet. Same blouse. It wasn't Nate who took the photo. Kerr ordered a search of Ellen Holloway's financials. Nothing strange, but one name appeared on every monthly debit since 2006. Joseph Langston, private technician, home surveillance systems, registered in-state, specialist in concealed installs. She knocked on his door. "Do you remember installing anything at 94 Haversham Lane?" "That's 20 minutes from here." "Yeah. Big job. Panic buttons, hallway cams, closet mics." "Closet mics?" "Client said her daughter was having sleep issues." "You worked alone?" "No. The mom insisted on watching. Said she liked to supervise. Creeped me out." Kerr showed him the photo, his face drained. "That's her? The mom. Ellen Holloway." "Are you sure?" "She asked me to install a two-way feed in the crawlspace." Kerr nearly dropped the phone. Back at the house, she demanded access. Jenna refused. Said the property was in legal limbo. Kerr pushed past her. The crawlspace was dark, but something was off. The back wall had fresh nails. She pried one out. Behind it, foam insulation. Carved open, a cavity inside. And there it was, a lens, still blinking. She followed the cable. It ran behind the paneling, through the attic, into the master bedroom closet, where she found the switchboard. 12 feeds, archived, dated, everyone labeled. One file stood out. 2003-11-08 final. She hit play. Sarah, crying. In the kitchen. Same night, same position. Ellen's voice on audio. "You could have just kept quiet. I want to go home. You are home." Then the image shifted. A hand reached out, pressed against Sarah's cheek. Gentle, calm. Then pulled her toward the pantry. The screen froze on Ellen's face, fully visible, blank, calculating. Kerr stood frozen. The house hadn't just seen what happened. It had recorded it. And for 14 years, someone had been watching those tapes. She stepped back, heart racing. But then she heard it. A soft click. Behind her, the attic door creaked open, and someone whispered, "You were never supposed to find that."